We're here with Coach Chris Vincent, the head coach of Langston University from Langston, Oklahoma. Langston is the number 8 seed in the Naismith quadrant. They enter the national tournament as the regular season champions of the Sooner Athletic Conference. They have a 24-5 overall record and the number 5 overall scoring defense based on points per game allowed in the NAIA. They returned to the national tournament after an appearance in the round of 16 last year. Coach, thanks for doing this today.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
So you guys, how have you been able to build off of your success last year and carry that into this year?
I think the biggest thing for us is just kind of like our culture and our identity. You know, we essentially got a whole new group for this year. Not one player had played any minutes for us last year. So we really had to reload, very similar to last year when I first got the job. So a very veteran group. A lot of transfers, but also some, players that really bought in. And I think that's kind of, the reason for our success in winning a second conference championship.
Now, has that made it harder a little bit, that sort of turnover every year? Is that different from years past, other places you've coached?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's essentially a school-to-school thing.
Yeah.
There's some schools where you can kind of get some high school players and really kind of mature them throughout 4 years. And for us, it's really trying to get the best players each and every year. And, you're kind of seeing, it could be hard at times, right, to get some new players in and really buy into what we do. And, you had mentioned defensively number 5, and I think we were number 2 or 1 last year going into the Sweet 16 game. So that's really our identity. And for them to buy into that, it's not always easy. We have our ups and downs, but, I'm really proud of them for that.
Yeah. Now, you talked defense. We talked a little bit about that already, but you had the Defensive Player of the Year in the Sooner Athletic Conference, Ariana Hunter. Mm-hmm. So just talk about her and what makes her so special defensively. Yeah,
I mean, she is the kind of the head of the snake for what we do. Mm-hmm. But it's really, I call that a team award, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
She pressures 94 feet. She gets us into, what we want to do. But, collectively, we wouldn't be able to do what we do without, all 14, 15 of us. So it was a great award for her to have. But, I think she would tell you as well that, it was definitely a team award.
Okay. Well, so what do you focus on? What makes your team defense so special? Do you do something every day in practice? Is it an attitude? Is it a technique or a drill? Or
I mean, we try to be perfect in everything that we do, no matter if it's a drill or in a game. I mean, we're very detailed. It's more of a heart thing for sure.
Yeah.
You got to buy in. It's not easy. I'll say that it's not easy. It's probably the hardest thing that they've ever done. But it's really our identity. So, we know defense travels. I think we started our first 11 games on the road this year. So, you're not always going to go into a gym being comfortable when it comes to the offensive end. So can you rely on something? And that's really something that we really stick our hat on.
Okay. So now tell the fans, might not be familiar with you guys. I think you're calling cards defense apparently from this so far, but what about the Sooner Athletic Conference? Tell us about that a little bit. What type of teams are there? Is it all defensive teams? Is it a mixture?
No. It's a really good group. I think this year we got 5 in, which is really good for our conference.
Yeah.
I think last year we had 2 in the Sweet 16. It's a conference that takes a lot of transfers in. Mm-hmm. We're a very deep conference. There's no days off. In terms of, I think it's 24 game schedule, or 22 this year. So it's a battle every night. And I think we've been battle tested throughout this year. It came down to the last day, both these last 2 years, to win the regular season championship. So it shows, the depth of the Sooner for sure.
And then you guys are playing Bethel tomorrow night. Give us one thing to look forward to in that game. Don't give anything away about scouting or anything, but just one thing for fans to watch for.
Listen, I and we respect everybody that's in this tournament. I think everyone that's in this tournament, including Bethel, is very, very well coached. They're very sound. A lot of these teams do not make mistakes. Mm-hmm. So it's a matter of who's going to be able to execute, at the highest level, who's going to bring the most energy. It's going to be the toughest team always wins is kind of like our motto, both mentally and physically. So, when it comes to them, we know exactly, what's at stake. And we got to be at our best, no matter who we play.
Okay. Well, we really appreciate the time. Thank you so much for doing this.
Absolutely.
And hope you enjoy your trip, your stay, and good luck tomorrow.
All right. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep.